Hello everyone, it's Christoph here with KW Trucking. I thought I'd do a quick video that I've had a couple people ask me about and that I haven't found much information myself, is that how to stain the deck of your trailer. There's several different ways to do it. You can obviously use stain, you can paint it. There's a different way of doing it where you mix like used motor oil and diesel, or there's burning it. Paint is fine, stain is fine. It just can cost a lot very quickly. It doesn't take much to add up. The diesel and used motor oil, that honestly seems kind of messy to me, and I don't know what the ratio is of it or how to even go about doing it. Plus, from what I know, and just my trailer and the couple oil spots I have on it, is when it's summertime, it's August, you're down in the south, you're wherever, when it gets real hot, it starts bubbling up, and it honestly, in my opinion, doesn't look very good. What I'm going to be focused on doing is burning. I choose burning because right off the bat, I already had everything to do it. It's cheap, it didn't really cost me anything other than some propane. But I've got a grill, it's not a big deal. Borrow the grill for a little bit and we'll move on. Some things we need to go over before we get into it is obviously you're playing with fire. You got a propane tank, that's flammable. I have a torch, I'll show you here in just a second. You want to watch and make sure that you don't, catch your hose connected to your propane tank. You also want to make sure that you're not holding it on the wood for too long and catching your wood on fire. If you have oil stains on your deck like I do, you want to make sure to not hold it there so long that the oil catches on fire and now you're buying new wood. Stay away from your paint, things like that. You want to make sure that you don't catch any grass or anything like that. I don't know what you have under your trailer or where it's parked while you're doing this, but you just want to make sure that you're not going to catch anything on fire. You don't need to burn your truck or your trailer down. It's our livelihood. So I'm going to get the phone or the camera repositioned, and I'll show you how to get it started and everything. And then we'll get into it, and I'll show you how to do it. So I'll catch up to you in a second. All right, everybody. I've got my torch. It's nothing special. It's hooked to my propane tank. I've hooked it all up. I've tested all the connections to make sure it's not leaking everywhere. Once again, we're going to emphasize safety on this, and we want to make sure that you don't burn yourself, you don't burn your hose. And then we'll get into it. I'm just going to do a couple quick passes of going over this to kind of show you how I end up doing it, and then we'll go from there. So we're just going to get started. So what I like to do is just get it going and just go over it until it starts to change color. And I'm going to show you right now from the point of view where you're at, and then I'll change the camera so you can see what it looks like once it changes. All right, I'll change the camera so you can see it. Okay, here's an updated view. We're just gonna go right here, and we're gonna go until you can see it start to change. It'll start to darken up, and you might have to hover it there for a little bit, but you can kind of see that the wood just starts to get a little dark, and then that's when we move on. Once again, we don't want to get too close to the tank, and you want to make sure your hose isn't in the way. But we're just trying to put a light burn on the wood so that we can seal it in to protect it from the elements and everything else people have, any of the chemicals or anything you're hauling, it doesn't splinter, it protects it, and it just makes it last longer. See how it starts to change right there? Alright, that's what I got for today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments or message me. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.